Listen for a moment, not to your own breath, but to the sounds around you: footsteps, distant conversations, a door closing somewhere down the hall. Each sound is a life, running alongside yours. Welcome to the heart of connection. In this episode, we explore community and consciousness, how belonging shapes our inner world, and how shared empathy can begin to feel like a larger mind, quietly holding us all. We don't only want connection, we need it. Research across large populations shows that people who feel a strong sense of community belonging to a neighborhood, group, or community report better self rated health and mental health. Studies find that a positive sense of belonging is associated with fewer symptoms of depression, anxiety, and stress, while a neutral or negative sense of community is linked to significantly higher odds of these difficulties. Other work suggests that feeling connected and able to participate meaningfully in daily community life is tied to higher well being and life satisfaction. In simple language, feeling like you are part of something is not a luxury, it's a protective layer for the mind. Community doesn't have to be grand, it can be the neighbor who always says, "Good morning," the group chat that actually listens, your readers, your team, your art circle, the people you sit with in silence and still feel seen. Studies on sense of neighborhood belonging show that feeling connected to those near you, knowing you can give and receive help, share trust, and feel safe, predicts better mental health and overall well being. Even when life is turbulent, a strong sense of community can buffer against stress, acting like an emotional shock absorber. Community is not just place, though, it's shared experience, the feeling that someone else is walking a road close to yours. When people gather in a circle, a protest, a prayer, a concert, a group meditation, something happens in the space between them. Psychologists studying collective behavior note that shared emotions in groups, joy, anger, hope, can create a strong sense of we, collective identity, and empathy among members. In social movements, empathy for others' suffering and stories of injustice can act as a glue, pulling individuals into a shared consciousness and common cause. Transpersonal psychology describes this as a kind of collective awakening, compassion and empathy widening beyond the individual into a sense of responsibility for the whole. Whether we call it group mind, shared field, or simply being on the same wavelength, we've all felt those moments when a room breathes as one, when you know, without words, that you are not alone in what you feel. Imagine a small community room. A circle of people sits together, different ages, backgrounds, stories, each carrying something unseen. One by one, they speak about burnout, about grief, about starting over. As each person talks, the others listen, not to fix, but to witness. Someone begins to cry. No one looks away. In that moment, the pain is not just theirs, it becomes ours. And because it is shared, it becomes lighter. This is community as consciousness. Many hearts, one field. So, how do we strengthen this web between us? Research on psychological sense of community highlights a few key practices that foster belonging: supportive relationships, adults and peers who show up, listen, and provide emotional backing; participation, chances to contribute, to have a voice, to help, to create together; shared influence, spaces where people feel they matter and can shape what happens. These elements help people feel they belong, which is consistently tied to better mental health and happiness. On a personal level, you might join or start a small circle: creative, spiritual, support, or learning. Show up regularly where you want to belong, even when it feels awkward at first. Share stories and listen deeply. As research notes, storytelling and shared experiences can nurture empathy and collective identity. Each small act of showing up is a thread woven into the larger tapestry. Thank you for listening to Community and Consciousness. We often think of the mind as something inside our skull, but much of who we are lives between us, in the bonds, stories, and shared spaces we create. In our next episode, The Heart Returning Home, we'll bring this season full circle, weaving together self, relationship, and community into a single living field of connection. Until then, notice the communities that already hold you and the ones that might be waiting for you to bring your presence, your story, your light,